Welcome back to First Edition. Just in time for the weekend, the sun is out along the Grand Strand, making it perfect for a round or two of golf.
In this week's edition of Chipping Around the Grand Strand, Scotty Powell gives you a few tips to help with your putting on the green.
We're out here at River Oaks and we're joined by GM Scott Taylor. And Scott, we are talking about putting today. It seems like no matter how good your game is, it always comes down to those couple of putts that are pretty crucial. And you're going to give us a tip today on how to make sure that we are lining the ball and hitting it at least straight.
That's right. Yep, putting is a very important part of the round, and we actually hit most of our shots throughout a round on the putting green, so very important.
This is something we can do pre-round before we head to the course. You've got like a little technique set up for us that we can make sure that our stroke's pretty straight.
Yeah, pretty simple technique. For years, you would see the pros on TV doing this. Tiger Woods famously would do this. But it's just a simple drill using two tees just to make sure that the path of your putter is staying consistent through the ball. You know, it's important to hit the center of the putter face. If you're off just a little bit, it can affect the pace or the roll of the ball. And you know, when you're on a putting green, those putts are very critical. So just a fun little drill that you can do before each round.
Talk to us about why you picked this short distance right here for us.
Well, a pretty simple concept. You're placing the tees, if you'll put your putter there, you want to place the tees just outside the width of your putter. Everybody has different size putters, so that's what our goal is. And as we hit our stroke through the ball, the goal is obviously not to hit either one of these tees. You know, sometimes our stroke gets a little out of whack and gets a little all over the place. So this is just a way for you to practice keeping your stroke consistent. So the goal is just not to hit the wooden tees.
And my preference is I like to line the ball a little bit more on the toe side because I feel like I do push it out sometimes. So we'll see how this goes right here.
Pretty good. Here's another one.
And again, we're not trying to make the hole. We're just trying to make sure our putting stroke is smooth and we're not hitting these tees.
And you'll see, folks, you can make the tees really tight. Some putters have a more in to out stroke, so that'll adjust your path, and some are more of a square stroke. So everybody's a little different. I like to say putting has a little more art in it than technique. But this is just a great way at the beginning of the round just to make sure you're hitting it somewhat square.
Yeah, and so it's a great way for you before you head out on the course
Yep.
to practice some of your putting and make sure your putting stance and swing is in sync with everything else for the game.
That's right.
All right, thanks for joining us. We'll have another new tip coming up next week.